Awad, what are you seeing firms adopt to augment the advisor's ability to manage their book of business? And are there new technologies available? And lastly, why are we all doing this? It's really for the benefit of end investors. So maybe you can touch on that as well.
Yeah, so when it comes to next best action specifically, I kind of want to level set and make sure we're all on the same page. The way we understand it is it's a decision-making tool that analyzes data pertaining to a client and their behaviors, their attributes, and it provides a call to action that's tailored to their needs specifically. A lot of wealth management firms are either in the process of building it, and some have deployed it very successfully as well. And it applies across a variety of different areas or use cases. At the most basic level, you have next best action doing operational things like, identifying if a client failed to complete a KYC or detecting some incorrect or missing data points that a client failed to enter. Just alerting the advisor to middle and back office bottlenecks and so on and so forth at the most basic level. And these can be rule-based next best action call to actions. Some of the more advanced functions that firms are testing with are going to things like portfolio management. So recommending, optimal investing strategies based on the client's preferences. They can assist with relationship management, reminding you that a client's birthday is coming up, understanding their interests and recommending content that the client would be interested in, for instance. They can assist with sales and marketing, understanding a client's preferences and their behaviors and suggesting alternative products that you can upsell the client with. And mostly they can also assist with client attrition, just identifying if a client's unsatisfied based on analyzing their sentiment. So we've seen really successful examples being applied in Morgan Stanley. Their next best action tool probably has one of the largest rollouts. But also in places like Credit Suisse, they're using it to generate entire proposals and save advisors on time. I believe they say that it saves 4 hours per proposal generation. So we're seeing a myriad of use cases. I know there's also one with the US Bank where they use predictive analytics to upsell clients with suggestions. So yeah, hope that answers that question.
Yeah, I think, the hope and the promise of next best action is so broad. But I think in general for firms, it can mitigate some risk in terms of compliance, assuring that people are thinking the same way across different client sets. So for Reg BI and some of the other regulations out there, it can really help to assure compliance risk. And then I think also as firms are bringing on new advisors, as I was saying before, you can benefit from sort of the group think and learning what advisors have done before you, right, and benefiting from that. So I see a lot of upside, and we're probably just really at the beginning of thinking about what next best action is and how that can really prompt advisors into providing better overall service for end investors. So Andrew, you want to weigh in on, please, on next best action?
For sure. And Awad used a word which I like a lot, which is augment. And to me, next best action is really meant to be that augmentation of the advisor. So bringing together all these potential things that the advisor should or could do with their client, and helping them achieve it ultimately, so that when I speak to my client, I'm aware of all the different things that I need to speak to them about, or potential opportunities. And I think, again, pushing on the vertical specific nature, I think it's important those actions are designed for the industry and available for the advisors, so that they're relevant and specific. And there's a lot of flexibility in what firms I think are looking for in this area, because, again, coming back to the differentiation point, I think that firms will have their way of differentiating, whether it's the way they segment their clients, whether it's the service offering, whether it's how they want to engage with their clients. And next best action can really help deliver that in my head. So really, what does my firm want to do? What's our objectives? What are the engagement strategies we want to have? Build my actions around that. And that could be something simple like, okay, personal key dates are important to me. I want to reach out when it's their birthday, their child's birthday, their wedding anniversary, whatever it might be. And that's a simple case. But getting into maybe more planning type of use cases, being aware when your client is going through a life event and supporting them through that. And we talked a little bit about the pandemic, and I think that's maybe turned up the volume a little bit on that. I think a lot of people have made big life decisions in the last 18 months, and that's really where the advisors do play a much bigger part in people's lives, because if I'm experiencing any type of life event or choose to go in a different direction, then I need someone to support me through that and help me be successful. So I think that's where I see the huge value around next best action, and really how it can help and augment advisors to give that better client experience and build a stronger, more trusted relationship with their clients.